Ladies and gentlemen, good morning or good afternoon, depending on where you're calling us from. Welcome to the 2020 graduation of the African Leadership University School of Business MBA program. Honorable Dr. Valentine Uwamaria, Minister of Education of Rwanda. Honorable Paula Ingabire, Minister of ICT of Rwanda. Dr. Rose Mukankomeje, Executive Director of the Higher Education Council of Rwanda. Honorable Francis Gutare, Cabinet Minister. Mr. Yves Iradukunda, Permanent Secretary to the Minister of ICT. Mrs. Ibukun Awashika, our keynote speaker. Mr. Fred Swanika, Dr. Fred Swanika, Founder and CEO of the African Leadership Group. Mr. Williams, President of the African Leadership University. Professor Geoffrey Rujeje, Vice Chancellor of the African Leadership University Rwanda. John, Board Director of the African Leadership University. Our esteemed dignitaries, guests, families, faculty, friends, members of the friends and families of the graduates, and last but not least, the graduates themselves. Ikaze, Akwaba, bienvenue, a warm welcome to the graduation ceremony of the ALU School of Business. As some of you know, the ALU SBA is the first Pan-African program of its kind to gather students from across the continent and beyond who aspire to lead change and catalyze the prosperity of Africa. We are Africa's MBA, and we are preparing leaders like these for the African century. Today is the first ever virtual graduation ceremony at the African Leadership University School of Business. And here to celebrate this amazing group of us who 20 months ago decided to go on this journey to do an MBA. Now, doing an MBA in itself is already hard. Doing an MBA when you have a full-time job is probably even harder. Doing an MBA with a full-time job during a pandemic is probably 1 mile too far, but still these guys have done it, and they will be the first ones to tell you in feet. So today, while it is a graduation ceremony, I think it is above all a day of celebration of these amazing people. So graduates, families, guests, no matter where you're calling from, whether you're calling from your chalet like me in the Swiss Alps, I'm just kidding, I'm literally calling from Nairobi right now in Westlands. But no matter where you're calling from, I know we have people from at least 17 different countries on this call today. No matter what, I hope you are ready to party. I've been in Kenya for about a year now, and as the Kenyans say, me, I'm ready. I literally am ready. But we will party a little bit more in a bit, so let's get started with the important stuff first. And we're going to, in a typical traditional Rwandan fashion, with this dance is called the Amaraba. It's a victory dance, usually performed after battle to celebrate warriors. And today we are certainly these warriors. So please join me in welcoming the Rwandan cultural dance group, Ibihame. Beautiful. Please join me in giving them another round of applause. Thank you very much. This dance group, Ibihame, performing live, not really, but performing from the beautiful campus of the African Leadership University in Rwanda. Now, if you're wondering, Vida, how do we give them a big round of applause? We are virtual. Well, I suppose some of you are on Zoom. There is the reaction button at the bottom. You have the chat room, so please make sure that you engage. There's some banter going on, some celebration going on, and that you are able to make this as real and not virtual as possible. To do a proper and official introduction, I'm only your host driving the ship for now, but the real boss, the real pilot of this ship of the African Leadership University is this amazing gentleman. So please, ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming the president of the African Leadership University for the opening remarks, Mr. Christopher Williams.
Honorable Dr. Valentine Omaria, Minister of Education, Honorable Rose Mukan Humeji, Executive Director, Higher Education Council, Honorable Francis Gatari, Cabinet Minister, Mr. Yves Eradukunda, Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Information, Communication, Technology and Innovation, Mrs. Claire Akamanzi, CEO, Rwanda Development Board, Mrs. Ibukun Awosika, Keynote Speaker, Dr. Fred Swanika, Founder and CEO of African Leadership Group, Mr. Faustin Mbundu, Chairman of the Board of Directors, African Leadership University, Dr. John Gutayasire, Director of the Board, African Leadership University, Professor Jeffrey Gujeje, Vice Chancellor, African Leadership University, members of the Diplomatic Corps and esteemed dignitaries, families and friends, faculty of the African Leadership University School of Business, and members of the MBA class of 2020, greetings and welcome to our first ever virtual graduation ceremony at African Leadership University. I want to start by saying to the African Leadership University School of Business graduating class of 2020, congratulations. This is the best part of the school experience. When all the classes have been completed, papers have been submitted, and capstones have been presented, and you can sit down and sit back with your families and loved ones who have come on this journey with you, and together you can relish the moment. This graduation is not an insignificant event. It is estimated that only 10% of Africa's student population pursues some kind of tertiary education. And you can infer that much fewer gain a master's degree. Even fewer gain an MBA. And even fewer do so at African Leadership University, where there is a dedication to a special experience that creates leaders, where we are obsessed with becoming Africa's most consequential university, and where we expect our graduates to live lives of impact. It takes a lot to accomplish what you have. The investment in time and treasure, and in the opportunity cost of not being with family or not being at work or at a place of business. This is also the class that persisted and remained resilient in the year of COVID-19. I want to commend you for that, because I know firsthand how much pressure the pandemic has placed on finances, families, freedom of movement, and facility of mind. But COVID also taught us something which I hope is a more enduring legacy of the pandemic. It made us more aware that change must happen in the world, that a new breed of leadership must replace erstwhile practices, that Africa is not the world's basket case. The case was made for Africa and Africans to rise up more confidently and seize their future, and seize the moment. The case was made for African Leadership University and its unique proposition to create transformational leaders. The case was made for you. I am excited about your future. Already this class represents every sector of development and some of the biggest African employer brands. Among you are a Businessman of the Year awardee and the Chief Technology Officer of the Rwanda Space Agency. While you were here, you pursued opportunities in student clubs, Leaders in Heels, and Umoja Boys. You created some firsts, such as the first intensive taken on the road out of Rwanda to Mauritius. You had fun with the Funky Socks Challenge. You lived up to your cohort monikers of Umoja, Unity, and Insinzi, Victory. And speaking of your name, the questions I wanted to leave you with on this graduation day and that you will ponder for the rest of your lives are as follows. What is your calling? How do you want to be known? What will you be famous for? I graduated with an MBA 18 years ago, so I know that these questions will challenge you each day and help you define the type of leader you become. You will be called to manage, to help organizations make choices and deliver results through the optimization of resources and people. You will be called to inspire, to come into an environment of chaos or confusion and define a future that excites and brings out the best in everyone. You will be called to create, to stare challenge in its face and help craft new opportunity or new solutions to drive progress. You will be called to make decisions, to realize that nothing happens without resolute action, and that this is a necessary gateway to change, and that decision-making takes courage. You will become practiced in all these attributes and need to find your unique strengths in some of them. But there's one calling all of you must respond to, without exception and without fail. To be authentic, same on the inside as you are on the outside, fair and consistent to all people, honest and public with your mistakes as much as with your successes. This is hard work. By the way, it is also the easiest to test. Just turn to your wives and husbands, children and parents and best friends. They will let you know when you're not being authentic. As MBAs from ALU, there is lots that you know. There is a lot that you will continue to learn. Now is the time to begin acting and making change. Now is the time to begin the journey to victory with the confidence of the case that has been made for you. Now is the time to leverage unity with each other and ALU and all your supporters to build strength. Now, today, is the time to celebrate. Thank you to all our supporters. I wanted to celebrate and thank Dr. Emmett Tracy, who has led this School of Business as Dean for several years and transitions out of ALU in 2021. He will be sorely missed and his legacy will live on. And of course, and again, congratulations, Umoja and Insinzi, for a job well done. Welcome to you all and enjoy the event. Thank you.
Thank you, Christopher. The case has been made. Leaders, you have been reminded of the responsibilities that are expected of you. but we shall continue with celebrating you today. So we shall now proceed to announcing some special academic awards. These awards celebrate the students who have excelled in our flagship Leadership Lab and Entrepreneurship and Innovation course. To present these awards, I would like to welcome my colleagues and dear friends, Mr. Chidi Afulezi, a member of our Entrepreneurship and Innovation faculty, and Dr. Zukiswa Muntimunye, Leadership Lab faculty of the African Leadership University School of Business. Mr. Chidi, over to you, sir.
Thank you, Veda. Much appreciated. And we will get now to some amazing pieces of pie. PIE is an acronym for Product, Innovation, and Entrepreneurship. And this award is for MBAs who personify the entrepreneurial mindset, the value-creating mindset that we emphasize here at the African Leadership University School of Business. These are two individuals who fell in love with the problem. First, from the Umoja cohort, I would like to introduce my man Akshay Vikshawant. He was on point in doing the hard work and delivering the final goods. Akshay also did this as a member of the conservation squad. So congratulations, Akshay. Well done. Our next award goes to a young woman that I'm very proud of. She is in Ethiopia, and she did this course under a significant amount of adversity and stress, but she fought through it and ended up with a project that our leader, Fred Swanica, ended up calling the Alibaba of African farmers. When you get Fred to call your business the Alibaba of African farmers, that's a huge accomplishment. A well-deserved round of applause for Mahadar Zodi Gebresadik.
Hey.
Well done, well done. And now over to my colleague, Dr. Zuki Mtimunye, for the Leadership Awards.
Thank you, Chidi, and good day, graduating class and colleagues and our VIP guests. It's an absolute honor and privilege to be not only attending this graduation, but to present the Leadership Award to this class. As a leadership scholar and practitioner, one of the hardest things in our work is really to find and even get around the notion of academic assessment or testing of leadership among our graduates. And so it's for this reason we don't set exams in the Leadership Lab at the African Leadership University School of Business, but actually put our leaders through the trials and the tests of what leadership growth is really about. And if it were as easy as writing exams and tests, the world would not be holding its breath at different presidential elections today, as we all wait in anticipation. At ALUSB, leadership is not just about learning, but it's instructive, sometimes defining for our graduates. And that is where our convictions about the African century and developing leaders who understand and practice being virtuous, having value, and being visionary leadership. It's a great pleasure, therefore, to present, firstly, our first recipient of the Leadership Lab. Please join me in congratulating our first recipient, who not only graduates as top of her cohort in leadership, but is an exemplary V3 leader who has stewarded healthcare financing on the African continent. I'd love to congratulate now Diana Kiza. Congratulations, Diana. The second recipient of the Leadership Award is another powerful leader whose leadership growth in her time at the ALUSB has been incredible to watch. I recall very vividly how she freaked out at her grades in the first term in leadership, only to realize that she was not embarking on a journey of grades and marks, but actually an important journey of understanding what it takes to lead human capital, first in oil and gas in Africa, but broadly across the African continent. And so it's a great pleasure to present also the second award recipient, Desiree Afor. Congratulations, Desiree. Congratulations. Thank you, and congratulations to all of you, Umoja and Insimbi. I'll hand right back over to Veda now.
Thank you so much, Zuki. Congratulations. Apologies, audience, for that little technical glitch for those of you who may have missed a piece of the announcement. But Chidi and Zuki were congratulating and appreciating and celebrating Akshay and Madhur first for the PI Award, and then Diana and Desiree for their virtuous and visionary leadership. Congratulations to Akshay, Madhur, Diana, and Desiree. Today is obviously all about you, MBA Class 20. Obviously, we celebrate your tenacity, your exemplary performance and leadership of the last. Obviously, what would this graduation be without hearing your voices? Unfortunately, we can't hear all of your voices, but thankfully, you have selected a representative from your respective classes to speak on your behalf. So representing the class of 2020M, we have Melissa Mazingi, a remarkable, passionate, and thoughtful young leader hailing all the way from Zimbabwe. Melissa is the director for the Great Lakes at Women for Women International. And representing the class of 2020J, we have the equally lovely Miss Joy Ruchahana from Rwanda. Joy is a director of Basawa Limited. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming Melissa and Joy.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am incredibly humbled and incredibly excited to stand before you all today. Humbled because this virtual room is filled with inspiring people who have invested in the realization of Africa's potential through their leadership, virtue, and determination, not least of whom include my classmates. And excited because together we get to witness the culmination of one such an investment in the African continent as we graduate today. This occasion is made no less impactful by the fact that it is being held on the majestic platform of Zoom, but it is instead a more wonderful occasion for the fact that we have reached this milestone in the midst of what has been an incredibly different year. It would be remiss of me not to express gratitude on behalf of myself and my classmates, and we have a lot of gratitude to express. To the mums and dads, the brothers and sisters, the best friends, the cousins, the boyfriends, the girlfriends, the partners, the understanding bosses, the accommodating colleagues, and the sympathetic strangers, thank you for putting up with us. Thank you for being patient when we were cranky because corporate finance was making our heads spin. Thank you for making dinner when we worked all night because PCAB was due that morning. Thank you for taking care of things when we took off for a week and a half every quarter for intensive. This MBA is just as much yours as ours. And to the children of this MBA, the sons who sat in mum's lap during class, and the daughters who pulled funny faces at dad behind the camera during webinars. Our vision for the African continent is yours. You are all our children and the future of the African continent we serve to develop. Our vision is for you, and it is through you that those dreams will continue to be realized. Thank you to all the MBA kids, and double congratulations to all the MBA parents. To the faculty, thank you for bringing our learning to life in ways that energized us all to challenge the status quo, think innovatively and practically, and approach every element with the lens of the African continent in order to be the change we wish to see. You have grounded our technical learning in the virtue of truly impactful leadership and molded our thought processes, not only for strategic strength and a robust financial foundation for the organizations and countries we lead, but also for the optimum level of social responsibility and environmental sustainability that the African continent needs. To Nachula Wilson, Ivana Oli, Zuki Mtumunye, Robert Benin, Lucia Labouchere, Anne Wongonu, Mutsaka Jesse, Supriyan Kamoto, Gonzalo Chavez, Patrick McSharry, Bonaventure Twagirimana, Nautej Dosanjh, Eric Sitole, Vladimir Mares, Catherine Duggan, Chidi Afulezi, Gaidi Faraj, Veda Sunasi, and Bill Carney. I regret deeply that my fellow classmates are on mute, such that you cannot hear the enthusiastic applause with which each of your names were greeted. But from the Nsinzi class of 2020M as a whole, I extend a heartfelt thank you. All of you have given us great knowledge. Some of you have given us happiness. Some of you have inspired us. Some of you have given us hope. Some of you have engaged in passionate and spirited debate with us, and some of you have patiently walked us through concepts we found hard to grasp. We stand on a cliff and we look out at a realm of endless possibility and infinite potential held in our hands as some of Africa's most passionate leaders, backed by the learning and mentoring that you have provided us. To our Rwandan classmates, faculty, and ALU staff, thank you all for the generosity and warmth with which you welcomed us to Kigali Intensive. Thank you for the enthusiasm and pride with which you shared your culture with us. Thank you for the carpools to and from KCC, for showing us the best places to eat dinner, and for making us feel at home in your city. Thank you for growing our networks in Rwanda, where you truly embody the Rwandan spirit that will keep us coming back to Kigali long after the MBA is over. And to my comrades in the class of 2020M, you are more than classmates, more than partners in learning. We are co-founders, colleagues, business partners, donors, and investors, and that is incredibly powerful. But we are more than that still. We are friends who have become family, confidants, North Stars, and kin who make sure it is never lonely at the top. But we are more than that still. We are sisters and brothers in arms who have taken up the mantle to develop the African continent to its full potential and beyond. When we committed to a Pan-African MBA, we committed to leading the development of our continent, to solving problems, creating jobs, leading governments, developing African organizations, and building continental businesses. We are Africans with a deep and personal understanding of the things that need to be done for our continent to thrive. We as an African people have achieved so much, and as an African people, we have so much further to go. As leaders across countries and sectors, we have important work to do. But as is the motto of the African Leadership School of Business, we do hard things. Since our very first intensive in Kigali, our class has been called Nsinzi, a Kinyarwanda word meaning victory. There is no more apt word to describe this moment. This is a victory for us graduating today and a victory for those who will graduate in future. Because to make it to this moment, we have been resilient through the late nights, the long classes, and the tough assignments. We have kept going through a global pandemic, an economic crisis, and a pivotal moment for our society at large. We have persevered when our leadership has been tested and our virtue has been stretched. And we continue to push through to the next chapter, one of an even greater victory to come. A great woman once said, "Teaching is an important last step in the learning process." And so here, we cross the threshold to amplify our learning through mentorship and tutelage for the African leaders to come. This degree is more than that, more than a degree. It is a commitment to embodying the virtue, honoring the vision, and delivering the value that will not only be required of, but demanded of Africa's leaders. Our degrees represent a shared responsibility and a collective drive. Let us fulfill that promise. Let us not only move the needle, but redefine the scale. Let us be the generation with whom everything was different when everything changed. Let us hold each other up on this journey, and let us hold each other to account. The future of the African continent rests in the hands of her people and her leaders. We have a responsibility to be exemplary leaders of vision, virtue, and value. We do not take this responsibility lightly, but instead, we do hard things. And so I leave you with this message. Our stories are being written as we speak. Let's make sure they're damn good ones. Let us make those stories the kind of page turners that you just can't put down because it gets better and better with each chapter. Let our stories be stories of virtue that inspire women and men for generations to come to lead with valor and bravery that is underpinned by honor and a purpose greater than our own. Let our lives be stories of vision that paint a picture of an Africa so bright and vivid that we have no choice but to make it a reality, because once you see it, you can't look away. And let our lives be stories of value that culminate in an impact that is consistent and cumulative, increasing by successive additions from our own work and the work of those we inspire. Our stories are being written as we speak, and they are indeed great stories. Look around this virtual room. This is a class full of people who do hard things. This is a class of victory, and this is our moment. Class of 2020M, we made it.
The President African Leadership Group, all distinguished guests in your respective capacities, and our beloved families, I welcome you to the third graduation ceremony of the African Leadership School of Business. It's an honor for me to represent the esteemed class of 2020J, the Funky Threes. We are professionals from 14 different African nations with expertise cutting across entrepreneurship, conservation, manufacturing, education, politics, and the sciences. On behalf of the Funky Threes, I thank the African Leadership University community, the beautiful nation of Rwanda, and our dear families for your role in our success. We appreciate you. You all kept us going by taking on our various roles, by giving us moral, professional, and financial support. Would not have done this without you. God bless you. The Funky Threes, I want to thank us for staying the course with grace, for being generous with one another, and for choosing to finish this together. I remember the unanimous decision-making sessions before Mauritius, when everybody decided we all go or nobody goes. Thank you. I want to thank the individuals that stayed behind to explain concepts to people that didn't understand things before exams. I want to thank everybody that held the PAGs and HLTs together. There was always one or two in every group. Thank you. We are the prize that we have worked so hard for, and I appreciate you for making it happen. Most importantly, I want to thank the Creator for the gift of life, for the finances and the mental strength to get through this to the end. I would have fainted unless I had believed that I would see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living after the MBA. My name is Joy Richahana, a lawyer and advocate turned teacher and entrepreneur. My varied roles have all been enriched by my experience at the African Leadership School of Business. This Pan-African MBA has not only filled the knowledge gaps that we had, but has also given us all a family of experts and great human beings to call family and friends. Every assignment, every intensive, everything that was so hard then only brought us closer. And here we are. Let's keep watering these things. Over the last 26 months, would have been 18, hadn't it been for COVID. I have learned several things. I've learned that the greatest wealth we have is each other. Whether it's in our families, our nations, or on this great African continent, if we take the time to look around, we'll see that someone close to you holds your solution. We just have to put our pride down and ask. We have to be willing to learn. We have to be able to be teachable. I know we've all left this place with a personal board of directors each. But as we step out, we have to build our tribe even more. I urge us to be real, I urge us to look out to the individuals that feed into the areas that we need and keep building our tribes all across this continent and across the globe. I've learned that everything of value is going to come at a price. We haven't gotten here because it was easy. We've gotten here because each one of us has had a personal set of demons that they had to fight and conquer. But guess what? There's more waiting out there. We're still going to fight. We're still going to deal with bad things. Even at your most prepared state, surprises will come, bad things will come, and it's okay. The only way we can be prepared for these is to expect them and to learn that when they come, they don't leave us where we started off. They leave us with experience. So we get to start and pick up from experience. We don't start from zero. We start from experience. I urge us to keep fighting. We are among the few people on the continent that now have a choice. We can choose our battles. We can choose our problems. Let's fight the battles and the problems that are thrown at us. Beat them and get them out of the way so that we get the privilege to choose our own sets of problems to solve. Last but not least, I want to say that we are as ready as we'll ever be. We are so rich in knowledge, in skill sets, but mostly in our social capital. We are worth much more than billions in real gold in terms of our social capital. I ask us to embrace each other, to learn from each other, to be willing to ask for help. I want to share an experience we had in the Leadership Lab. The time that Ryan Findlay gave us pictures of all the African leaders, world leaders that we respect, and the whole cohort unanimously chose an African mother. She is our epitome. She is the greatest, according to the cohort, we said. So as we make these decisions in our various boardrooms across the globe, I urge us to imagine our mothers at our shoulder, looking on, because they are. I urge us to mix our professionalism, our skill set, our knowledge, our wisdom, with the authenticity of our Africanness, so that we can together find problems that solve our real problems. Funky Threes, let us embrace our authenticity as African men and women and lead from a place of wisdom, knowledge, and empathy. I thank you.
Thank you, Melissa and Joy, for your heartfelt messages. And to your message, Melissa, I can tell you on behalf of my colleagues, I just want to say to you, to the class of Insinzi and Umoja, the honor was all ours. Audience, I know in other circumstances we would all be in Rwanda probably right now at the convention center, and all cameras would be out, selfies, and the selfie sticks would be out, just because we have seen that we can't make some noise about this. So please make sure that you are documenting this event, that you're sharing it on social media. Don't forget our hashtags, hashtag ALUSBgrad, hashtag class of 2020, and hashtag ALUSB20. So yeah, take selfies at home, take screenshots of what you have right now, put it on Twitter, on Instagram. I mean, I'm sure everybody else out there, first of all, they must know. And second of all, I'm sure all of us are tired of, just hearing about the elections right now. So I'm sure seeing all of your lovely faces and celebrating you today is something that everybody else would really appreciate. So please get your social media games on. If there's one thing that we attempt to do at the School of Business, it is to get the students to learn from the wisdom and knowledge of giants who have walked before us. And it's a real honor for us today to welcome one such giant, someone whose success as a leader and as an entrepreneur is truly one to behold, and one from whom we can all learn and feel hopeful for our continent. Our keynote speaker today is none other than Mrs. Ibukun Awashika. Now brace yourself, because she has one hell of a resume Obviously, I'm not going to say all of it, but I'll tell you a little bit more about our guest speaker today. Mrs. Ibukun Awashika is the chairman of the First Bank of Nigeria Limited, which is Nigeria's premier and most valuable banking brand. She's also the founder and CEO of the Chair Center Group, which is a group of companies involved in manufacturing, retail, and bankway security system services. She also chairs a number of corporate and non-profit boards, among which are Delight Design Incorporated, Convention on Business Integrity, Digital Jewel Limited, House of Tara International, and After School Graduate Development Center. Mrs. Awashika is a fellow of the African Leadership Initiative, the Aspen Global Leadership Network, the Institute of Directors in Society for Corporate Governance, Nigeria. She is a proud Nigerian, a multiple award-winning entrepreneur committed to ensuring the prosperity of her beloved country, and she hopes to do so by raising entrepreneurs who will be job creators for the Nigerian youth. I promise you, I could spend another 10 minutes just to tell you about her and her accomplishments. But let me not stand between you and the words of wisdom that she has for our graduating class today. So ladies and gentlemen, join me in welcoming our guest speaker today, Mrs. Ibukun Awashika.
Hello, my name is Ibukun Awashika, and it's definitely my pleasure to spend this time with you speaking to the MBA graduating class of 2020. ALU is definitely a good foundation and a good place to walk out from with a degree like you have. Because knowing Fred and his team and being a fellow of the Aspen Institute myself, and knowing that Fred as a fellow has invested in this vision of the mindset of our fellowship program, which prepares us to move from being successful to being significant in impacting in our society and in the lives of others. And he has done an amazing job with his obviously great team to build a university that is resetting and reshaping the mindset of Africa's future leaders in terms of the economic space and life in itself, from the younger teenage group to seniors like you graduating from the MBA class. Whenever I have to speak to a class like yours, it simply reminds me of my own experience of business school. And I realize just how much lifelong values is added in the course of being a part of a program like yours. And with a reasonable class size like you have, you would realize that it's very easy for you to bond, to be highly integrated, and to remain lifelong friends, looking out for each other and helping each other to find your way as you walk along the path of life. Don't take that part of it for granted, because you would find at the end of the day that our ability to do great things does not just depend on us, it depends on the community that we lean on and the kind of support system that we have. So as you're concluding this part of the program, just know that you're starting a different phase of your life. As you've finished this aspiration to have a broader view of management, a better understanding of how to engage with your economic spaces or whatever world you play in. Because I can see you're all from diverse industries and different countries across Africa. You represent the future of the unity that we require across the continent in order to show the rest of the world the greatness that resides within our continent and the brilliance of the minds of Africans, especially this next generation of Africans who are able to engage and to compete on any platform, anywhere, around the world. It always gives me great pleasure when I see, as a Nigerian, young Nigerians, or Nigerians in general, at the top of their game in different spaces across the world, especially when you look at a country like America. And whilst they might not fully understand or put in perspective the value that we bring, but when you see the different Africans and Nigerians in particular who are holding key positions, adding great value to the economy of the countries where they have chosen to live, you realize how much work we need to do to make sure that we build an environment that draws on their talent rather than give their talent as a gift to other parts of the world. So as you conclude this, realize that the knowledge you have gained from here is only to prepare you for what you're going to do next. And what you do with it will depend on how you apply your learnings, your relationships, and your opportunities. Your learnings, your relationships, and your opportunities. Your learning, your relationships, and your opportunities. Your learnings will remain just academic knowledge until you choose to combine them with who you are in terms of your skills and your thinking, to combine them with that and apply it to a challenge or a problem that is staring you in the eyes in your community, and you seek to be the real game changer, the problem solver that changes how things happen around you. Whether you choose to do that in a corporate organization or in the public sector, and I particularly say that because the best of our minds seem stuck in the private sector, yet the decisions made by the public sector drives the actions and the activities and has great impact on our private sector. And somehow we seem to have it wrong. We're all afraid of engaging with our public sector because of the opportunity to be compromised that we see and the lack of systems that facilitates our ability to perform at our best that we see. Yet, the change that is required in those sectors would need great minds like yours to sacrificially make the choice to change things in order for us to have the kind of public sector that we need to engage with the kind of private sector that we all want to see thrive and emerge in our countries. Until we get those two working well, we are limited to the extent of the ability of our policymakers in the public sector to engage with factors that affect the private sector. As you close this chapter, I want you not to close your eyes to the real challenges and issues within the continent. To whom much is given, I know that much is expected. I want you to understand that your education is an opportunity, even though you've paid for it through your savings or your company sponsored you or you've worked hard to make sure you got here. Good. But you didn't do it for nothing. The value of what you've done will, at the end of the day, or must at the end of the day, serve the community within which you will live. Because, no matter what you and I have or what we achieve for ourselves, except our larger community is working, we will have to build houses with high fences to protect ourselves from the troubles that can come the day the system turns against us. Not because we've done anything, but simply because of who we are and what we have. And of recent, that showed up in Nigeria. Of recent, we had to deal with genuine, sincere protests by young Nigerians for the right reasons. But at the end of the day, other people who had other interests, but who had been disenfranchised in many other ways, decided it was their time to engage with the system. But to the best of their understanding, they only engaged with destruction. And at the end of the day, innocent private sector people who were trying to build both for the country and for themselves and their families were the victims of their action. The reality is, we're only as strong as our weakest link. If we don't take care of the least of us, the best of us cannot go to sleep at night peacefully. So I dare to challenge you, because at your level you're matured enough to understand what I'm talking about. A lot, you have invested in yourself, and a lot has been invested in you too. And you all work in various industries across your countries. But more importantly, you are positioned to have influence in whatever space you function. And I want you to understand that the power of influence that you have with your education and your opportunity is not just to make money for yourself. It is to build a better society so that even you can go to sleep at night and be at rest in your home. This is our continent, and it has everything that it needs. I've always said that God was partial to us in Africa. That's why we are the center of the resources that the whole world wants. But there's a system that we haven't built in order to maximize that value that we have. We have the human minds, like you. We have the resources, yes, abundance of natural resources. We have the human capital. Yes, they might not all be pruned and ready for the service, but you are part of that human capital that has been pruned and ready for service. And I'm saying to you today, as you step out of this place, do not just think about the high office that your knowledge and your certificate offers you, but think about what comes with that high office and the responsibility that you have for being the Africans that are enlightened, educated, and have the capacity to influence. Never be quiet when you should speak, and don't speak when you should be quiet. Be a builder and an encourager, because there are many around you who are in despair, and your voice can lift them up. The opportunity you present to them just by reaching out can make the difference. And one thing that is yet missing is that we need to build a critical mass of enlightened, educated, empowered, and enabled Africans who across their different countries can stand for right values, governance, and proper ethics, so we can build a society that will work for all of us the way we want it to. A society where we can freely express ourselves and do the things we need to do without fear of compromise. That responsibility is yours and mine. It's the responsibility of those of us who walk into places of opportunity like you just did. Your MBA is not for decoration. It's not just something else to add on your CV. It's to give you a preparation of knowledge, of values that will support building an equitable society where you can live at peace, where your neighbors can live at peace, and where your children can look forward to growing up in. Honestly, I don't want to spend a lot of African resource to train my children in the best schools around the world, but for the benefit of other parts of the world other than my country or my continent. I hope you feel like I do too, because otherwise, as I say, slave trade all over again, if our resources are for the benefit of another. Every time I think about our poor health institutions and our paucity of medical human capital, and I remember that all the doctors that are trained in, if I use my country as an example, in Nigerian universities funded by government, paying minimal fees, are trained, but most of them have an ambition and an aspiration to work in any other place but in Nigeria, simply because we haven't provided an environment of encouragement for them like they need. So we're giving away our resources for free to other economies. We invest the resources of our nation to train the people that we need. But because we do not run the right system to retain them, we lose them to other economies and other systems. Doesn't seem sustainable to me. So I'm challenging you. Yes, everything will not work as you want, but think about how you will make it work as you want, even though it's not working like that. And if you're one of the lucky ones and everything is working around you, then go and help the ones that have the problem of making it work and see how you add value. And your network of being Africans from different countries, working together, thinking together, makes you a powerful bloc that can create a lot of change on the continent. As you learn to stand with each other, to support one another, to create the change that is required on the continent. One of the things I value the most is having the right support system. Having friends that think like you, have similar type aspirations, value what you value, and can move with you when you move without you having to apologize about why you're that ambitious or why you want to change the world. That's what you find when you're a cluster, as you are, like a business school cluster. So that's an asset. Work out how you keep it, and keep your togetherness, and build on it, and help each other, and help ALU to prepare more people like you so we can build the critical mass. So, as your program comes to an end, close the program, but don't close the impact and the work that you will do with it. And as you complete the graduation ceremonies today, go on and celebrate, and make the rest of your life a celebration. Make sure the things you do will cause you to be celebrated, and make sure the words that you speak will cause others to be celebrated, because you build, you encourage, and you do not destroy. And make sure that at the end of your days, when you're done, in the way that you would have lived, and for the things that you would have done, for the legacy that you would have built that is beyond money or whatever material things you will have, that your life will be worthy of celebration because of the right kind of impact that you would have. And never ever forget, you owe it to yourself to live the best life that you can. But not just a life, but to live a life of great legacy and impact on the face of the earth. Congratulations once again. Enjoy your graduation and have a great evening. Thank you for having me.
Wow. Thank you very much once again, Mrs. Awashika. So many pearls of wisdom, so many tweetables from your lovely speech. I just wanted to highlight 3 things that I took away from it. One is the importance to move from success to significance, the work that these graduates have to do to ensure that their loved ones, our loved ones, are able to go to bed with peace in their hearts and on their mind. Second was about the importance of building an environment that draws on people's talents. And that's a responsibility, that's a challenge that you've put to this class. Last but not least, as you emphasized a few times, learning, relationships, and opportunities. How do we take our relationships and create opportunities for this continent and its prosperity? Thank you very much once again. Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time to proceed to probably the most important part of our ceremony today, and that's the conference of the degrees. And to do that, I'm going to call upon my dear friend once again, Mr. Chidi Afulezi, to announce and present the candidates with their degrees. Chidi, over to you.
Thank you, Veda, once again. It is 5:00 a.m. here in the United States. I'm in Atlanta. I woke up at 3 a.m. for this. Actually, no, I didn't. I was actually managing security at the polls in Georgia for the elections. So once I'm done with this, I'll go back, put on my security uniform, and go and watch those polls. That's what everybody's doing now. So that's why I'm wide awake and I have my coffee. So I am very excited to be here. And I do want to just say one quick thing about our keynote speaker's thoughts about leadership, which was that people will forgive you for not being the leader you should be, but people will not forgive you for not being the leader that you claim to be. And so as we announce these diplomas, announce your names as you receive your diplomas, I want you to keep that in mind. The Funky Threes and also the newly named Gladiators. Here we go. Let's roll. Are you ready? All right, let's do this. First on our list is Akshay Vishwanath. Congratulations, Akshay. Let's give him a round of applause. Where's the family? We need to see some dancing. Okay. Akshay, congratulations. Next is Alex Wilbard Kisingo. Congrats, Alex. Well done. Next is Amira Mossad El Misri. Congrats, Amira. There she is. Congratulations. Next, we have Batia Elizabeth Blankers. Congrats, Batia. Do we have Batia? Are we good? Yeah. All right. Oh, there she is. I thought Batia was out there building her company. She's always building her company. Congratulations, Batia. Next, we have Boaz Tumwesinye. Congratulations, Boaz. Next, we have Charles Hansen Kwao. Congratulations, Charles. There's Charles. I see him. I thought he was on his bicycle, which is what he always does. But he's here with us. Congratulations, Charles. And next on the list, and who you see on the screen right now, is Charles Karangwa. Congratulations, Charles. Amen. Okay, put the hat back on. Thank you. There you go. Looks really good. Next, we have Daniela Akowa. Congratulations, Daniela. There she is, somewhere in San Francisco. Congratulations. Next, we have Desiree Afor. Congratulations, Desiree. Here she is. That is probably one of the most amazing ALUSB graduating hats I've seen ever. Congratulations, Desiree. Next, Diana Kiza. Congratulations, Diana. There she is. Congratulations. And with her squad over there. Next is Dode, Haim, Milena, Kwehuna. Congratulations, Dode. There he is. Dode's name, it took me 3 weeks to get it correct. Next is Dorcas Linda Onyango. Congratulations, Linda. There she is. Congratulations. Next is Egwono Omevusi Soho. Congratulations, Egwono. There he is. He has his crew with him. Congratulations, Egwono, and to the family. Well done. Next we have Seha Tesfu Gebrald. There he is. Seha is one of those people that looks exactly like every single picture he's taken since he was a kid. Congratulations. Well done.
Congratulations, Fish.
Congrats.
Well done. And next is George Boateng Apretum. Where's George? George.
Amen. Teacher.
George, I'm not sure what you're smiling about. I'm still waiting for a deliverable from you. Well done. Congratulations. Congratulations. Next is George Quizera. George Quizera. Congratulations, George.
Awesome job. Awesome
George.
job.
George. Congratulations.
Congrats, George.
George and his family are currently stationed on the moon. The country of Rwanda has asked him to run the space station on the moon for them. Congratulations. Next is Grace Umulisa. Congratulations, Grace.
Yes. Well done.
Grace is well done, well done. A mogul. She has at least 200 businesses in play right now as we speak. Next is Jean Didier Ewobade Apona. Jean Didier, congratulations.
Félicitations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congrats.
Well done.
Well done.
Yeah.
I've told Jean Didier that I want to be like him when I grow up in terms of the way he dresses. He's just such a short guy. Next is Jean-Pierre Iyamumier. Congratulations, Jean-Pierre. Where's Jean-Pierre?
Yeah.
There he is.
Thank you.
Congratulations, Jean-Pierre. A very passionate individual.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Next is Jito Jakatabala Kayumba.
Yay!
Congratulations, Jito.
Well done.
Jito, that middle name, Jakatabala. We're going to do something with it. I might start a business called Jakatabala.
Oh, we will. We must. It's a strong
Well
one.
done.
It's a strong one.
A strong one. A strong one.
Well done, Jito.
Drip University. Drip University. Next is Joachim Mbuyi Zuzi.
Joachim.
Zuzi. Congrats, Joachim.
I'm partner.
If you guys want to have a nice drink, I don't care where in Africa, you need to find this guy and you guys will have a very good time. My man, Joaquin. Well done.
Thank you, TD. Thank you.
Next is Josephat Ngonyo Kisui. Josephat, congratulations.
Thank you.
Joe.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Josephat is that one guy that would query me with questions, and I would have to go and study just to answer his questions. So he kept me on point. Congratulations, Josephat.
Thank you, Prof. Thank you, everyone.
You're welcome. Joy, Ruchahana. Joy, congratulations. There she is.
You see, she organized a party at the conference.
Hey, you got a whole tribe, bro.
You can see. Yes.
The whole tribe is here.
Yeah, she started the party already.
I expected no less from Joy. Joy is not only a lawyer and an entrepreneur, but a producer of big events for herself. Congratulations, Joy. Well done.
We are there, Joy. We are there.
Congratulations, Joy.
Congrats, Joy.
Congrats.
Next is Jewel Gracias Malonga Bibila. Congratulations, Jewel.
Congrats, Joy.
Jewel is a peanut butter entrepreneur, and so if you want good peanut butter, go and talk to Jewel. Just good, authentic African peanut butter. Congratulations, Jewel. Next on the list is Mahader. Next is Mahader. Gabriel Sadiq.
There you are, Mahader.
Impress.
Thank you, everyone.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Mahader.
Mahader, if you didn't know, Fred has already allocated $100 million for your concept business. So after this, call him. Don't call me. Call him.
I will call him.
The clap. Okay, good. That's my baby.
Next is Mark Alexander Gerard. Congratulations, Mark. There he is.
Congratulations, Mark.
Thank you, guys. Nice try. Well done, Mark.
Mark is he can speak to animals. There's a picture of him in Mauritius speaking to a lizard, and they were having a conversation. So this is a special guy. Oh, snake! It was a snake. Sorry.
It was a snake.
Mark, congratulations.
Thanks, Judy.
Next is Melissa Mazingi. Congratulations, Melissa.
Hey, congratulations.
Congrats.
Go, Melissa.
We heard from Melissa earlier, so you know she's a special lady. Congrats and good luck, Melissa. Next, I would love to bring up to the stage Mutwakil Abdul Magid. There he is. Mutwakil.
Congratulations.
MK has his whole crew over there, and after this they'll go and install some telecommunications equipment for Ericsson. Congratulations, MK. Next is Nelly Wainana Nelly Wangui.
Yeah.
Why not? Congratulations, Nelly.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Well in.
Félicitations, Nelly.
Congratulations, Nelly.
And congratulations, Nelly. I promise you, she's really never frozen like that. She is a very dynamic woman. So congratulations, Nelly. Next is Njideka Stella Mwabweze.
Hey, congratulations.
Congrats, Angie.
You see the Igbo crew behind her, and they're already asking for her PhD. They're like, what's this, MBA? We need the next degree.
Like it?
Next is Rachel Elodie Kona. Congratulations, Rachel.
Congratulations, félicitations.
Thank you.
Femme de fer.
Well done, Rachel.
Thank you.
My Ghanaian sister. There we go with the family. Congratulations, a powerhouse. Definitely a pleasure to have met you. Next is Samir. Where's Samir? There he is. Samir.
Here.
Nicholas. Randira.
Yeah.
Reeves.
Hey.
Congrats.
What's that?
Congratulations. And after,
Voilà.
after this graduation, I want you to send me that jacket. Whatever you're wearing, I just want you to DHL it to me in Atlanta after this graduation. There you go, my man. Next is Samuel Kobina Nkrumah. Congratulations, Samuel.
Congratulations, Samuel.
Sam, I see that we already I see your guys are getting lit. We're getting lit behind you. You guys need to take it easy. Okay? Take it easy. Next is Simon Ngwiri Kyoko. Simon.
Hey. Simon, congratulations.
Simon has a really great future ahead of him. I'm looking forward to seeing some really big things from you, Simon. So congratulations and well done. Next is Sophia Madu Kitundu. Sophia.
Congratulations, Sophia.
You made it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, Sophia. Proud of you. Congratulations again.
Sophia always used to look at me with a hint of suspicion in class, and she's still looking at me with a hint of suspicion. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next is Yvonne Menu J4. Congratulations, Yvonne.
Congrats,
Yvonne.
Thank you.
Yes, congrats.
Thank you.
Yvonne Yvonne, congratulations. Definitely a pleasure to have met and known you.
Thank you.
Congratulations and welcome to the MBA Forum. Next on the list, Diana Nchona.
Zianda!
Congratulations, Zianda.
Well done, Z.
Zianda, you know how I feel about you. This is a strong, powerful woman. And congratulations. Congratulations. There's more there, but she's a powerhouse. So congratulations. Well done. And finally, and definitely not the least, is Zoleka Bella Nanzana.
No jingle.
Zoleka!
Zoleka.
Yeah! Okay, Zoleka, congrats!
Congrats, Zoleka. Congratulations, Zoleka.
We love you, Zo! Congratulations! Zo!
As I call her, Big Madame. She doesn't play. Congratulations, my sister. There you go. That's the Zoleka we know and love. Congratulations to the class of 2020 ALUSB. You did good. You did well. I would like to formally welcome you to the MBA family. And let's go. Oh yeah, let's go. Let's roll. Thank you very much. And back to you, Veda.
Wow, bravo, congratulations, MBA class of 2020. Just watching you and your families and your friends being there to celebrate you just makes us so incredibly proud of you. We know that the last 20 months has been an interesting journey, a very tough one more often than not, but you guys have been incredible. We're so proud of you. Well done. Congratulations. Thank you, Chidi, for doing the honors on this one. I don't know what you are talking about, by the way. There are no snakes in Mauritius. I repeat, there are no snakes in Mauritius. As a Mauritian, I can guarantee you that. So I do not know what snakes you saw there, but we can have a conversation offline later on. Graduates, you are not graduates yet until a very important, a very symbolic part of the ceremony is done. And to do that, we will need our Vice Chancellor to do the honors. So without any further ado, I would like to invite a gentleman who has been a mentor, a father figure, just a fountain of wisdom for so many of us over the years. Somebody I had the honor of working with a few years ago. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together to welcome the Vice Chancellor of the African Leadership University, Professor Geoffrey Rujeje, to confer officially the degree Master of Business Administration. Professor Rujeje, over to you, sir.
Will all the graduates please stand wherever you are? By virtue of the authority vested in me by African Leadership University, Senate, and the Higher Education Council, Rwanda, I'm pleased to bestow upon you the degree of Master of Business Administration. Congratulations, class of 2020.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You made it. You made it. Thank you. Done, baby.
Yeah, done.
Thank you.
Done and dusted.
Awesome.
Félicitations à tout le monde, les amis.
Félicitations. Well done,
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Félicitations en effet à tout le monde. Congratulations everyone. You are now officially graduates. Well done. I can only imagine how much of a relief this must be. All I can say is good luck going back to normal life. We'll see if you guys don't get to have some, post-traumatic stress disorder after this. But really so proud of you. I know I speak on behalf of the entire staff at the university, at the School of Business, your professors, your lecturers, everybody, your families, the audience here. We are very proud of you. Congratulations. We shall now proceed with our program. We are nearing almost the end, but before we go, it is important for us to hear from our guest of honor, and our guest of honor today is the Minister of Education of Rwanda, Dr. Valentine Uwamaria.
Founder and CEO, ALU President, Cabinet Member, Keynote Speaker, Vice Chancellor, ALU Board Members, Ambassadors, the Academic Senate, faculty and staff, graduates and their families, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very pleased to be given the opportunity to make these remarks at this third graduation of the African Leadership University. The Rwanda Vision 2050 is about ensuring high standards of living for all Rwandans, focusing on areas such as quality of life, modern infrastructure and livelihoods, and transformation for prosperity. The Vision 2050 is underpinned by the National Strategy for Transformation, which targets to establish Rwanda as a globally competitive knowledge-based economy. The programs of the ALU are significantly in line with this target, both for Rwanda and the whole African continent. The African Leadership School of Business was founded in 2015 with a vision to serve as a catalyst for prosperity in Africa by developing leaders for the African century. I note that the ALU MBA program focuses on live case learning, incorporating in-house courses like Doing Business in Africa, Leadership Lab, Entrepreneurship and Innovation and Politics, Economic and Context of African Business, PECAB. I'm pleased to acknowledge that ALU flagship accredited postgraduate degree Business Administration stands on 3 unique pillars that set this program apart. Pan-African Business Perspective. Based in Kigali, Rwanda, ALU School of Business offers the first Pan-African MBA program of its kind. This 20-month world-class program is designed for raising businesses, executives, and professionals across the continent who aspire to lead change and transform Africa. ALU aspire to lead change and transform Africa. ALU world-class MBA program is packed with African business case studies focused on the practical experience of doing business in the African continent. African leadership development. Leadership is in ALU's DNA and is therefore present for the duration of the program. ALU believes in leadership as a collective process where all level emergent managers create an inclusive culture of shared leadership within different organizations across Africa. The ALU signature V leadership development model is focused on the leadership element of virtue, value, and vision to help students to develop the skills and the network to set up the Pan-African stage. Innovative, high-quality learning. The ALU School of Business MBA is innovative, high-quality learning model, blends interactive online education with in-class sessions, allowing students to study part-time, building their studies around their work schedules, while applying new skills, tools, and frameworks directly to their organizations. Students join their classmates in Kigali 6 times throughout the program for week-long sessions delivered by seasoned African business leaders. Today's graduation builds on the ongoing success of the ALU, which has already graduated 88 students from 2 cohorts in the MBA program. The MBA graduates have demonstrated significant impact in their organizations, communities, and economic regions, with many serving executive positions at leading multinational organizations, including Standard Bank, Coca-Cola, and Ethio Chicken, as well as important roles in the governments of Zimbabwe and Rwanda. ALU was recently recognized by American Business Magazine, Fast Company, as the most innovative organization in Africa, and the 39th most innovative organization in the world. It was the only educational institution included on that list. The education system has seen a huge shift in the past several months. COVID-19 had meant that all education had to be delivered online, and this presented many challenges for the education sector. It is vital that higher education institutions continue to innovate and find creative solutions to these challenges. I have seen that ALU is continuing to provide quality online education, and today's graduates are succeeding and excelling in your academic journeys. You are being exposed to the importance of flexibility and critical thinking despite the current challenges. This graduating class comprises students from 17 different countries, including Rwanda, Nigeria, Tanzania, Benin, South Africa, Ghana, and Kenya. The range of companies represented include the Worldwide Fund for Nature and African Wildlife Foundation in the conservation sector, Coca-Cola and Unilever in the manufacturing sector, and Standard Bank Group and Africa Reinsurance Corporation in the financial services sector. As Rwanda strives to provide high-quality tertiary education that is on par with global leaders in education, the Ministry of Education is proud to work side by side with ALU as you continue to develop and deliver new innovative ways of teaching. Once again, I thank you for the opportunity to make these brief remarks. My warmest congratulations go to today's graduates of the ALU School of Business MBA program. Your flexibility, dedication, and hard work have paid off, and I hope that you can apply those skills as you take your next steps in your careers.
Thank you very much, Minister, for your kind words of affirmation. Thank you and to the Rwandan government for welcoming us to your beautiful country. It is an honor for us to call Rwanda our home and to have established this institution in the land of 1,000 hills. All right, we're almost at the end of our program. How do we part ways when we consider that there are 20 months of memories, 20 months of pain, and 20 months of joy to capture? So what we've tried to do is we've tried to put a little video together that captures some of your reflections as you conclude this journey, graduates, as well as some throwback to the last 20 months. So ladies and gentlemen, please join me in watching these two lovely videos of the graduating cohorts of Insinzi and Umoja. Thank you.
So class of 2020 M's, there's a new dance in town. You take it forward and take it back. Take it forward again, because you have an MBA and you should be excited. Oh my goodness, I can't believe that we are now here 20 months later. Congratulations to each and every one of you. I am so grateful to know you. I am so grateful to call you my friends. We really have crossed the finish line. We have crossed the river of fear. And this has been such an amazing journey, even though second part of our journey was amidst a pandemic, but it just shows the resilience that we have. To the ALUSB team and faculty, thank you so much for all the work that you've done. I consider ALU as the dream factory, because this is where my dreams were activated. This is where my dreams were invigorated. I am so excited to have been a part of this journey, and I wish everyone an amazing journey ahead, because the real work begins. Congratulations.
Insinzi, do you know what this video means? It means we've done it. We've walked the path, we've conquered the MBA, Africa Leadership University. I am so proud of each and every one of us. Thank you for being an amazing cohort. Thank you to the faculty. Thank you to everybody who's been with us through the path. The one word for me is Africanism, true Africanism. Thank you. Yes.
It's us to do the hard things. And we closed our eyes and jumped on a roller coaster ride for personal and professional development. We are here, guys. Thanks to the faculty and cohort that have made the struggle of making my dreams a reality the most amazing. MBA in one word, enthralling.
Hi everyone, my name is Simon Kioko. I just want to say a big thank you to the School of Business for a wonderful MBA program. 2020 has been an interesting year, but the most amazing thing is that we've been able to complete the MBA program. Thank you, and all the best to my colleagues, everyone who has graduated today. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors, and I'm sure we'll meet again. And let's carry on the leadership skills you've learned and make Africa a better place, and something to be proud of.
To the class of 2020 M, we made it! Insinzi means victory, and that is the word that describes this class and this moment. Crossing this finish line is only the beginning. Let's go.
20 months ago, when we first embarked on this journey, none of us could have predicted 2020 to be synonymous with shutdown, quarantine, or recession. And so it means a lot more to say congratulations to my classmates, the resilient class of 2020. We made it anyway. But even as we celebrate this moment and look forward to what lies ahead, I am certain what will stick with us are the memories we made along the way, as we look back to those Kigali days and countless hours of webinars. A big thank you to ALUSB and faculty for putting on an extraordinary Pan-African program. For me, ALUSB is more than just a place, but an idea that inspires hope for a new Africa, which I hope lives with us as we step out of our student uniforms.
Greetings from the Nairobi National Park. This place inspired my conservation journey in much the same way all of you and the ALUSB MBA program inspired my leadership journey. It's been transformational, and I'm really inspired by all of you. Looking forward to working together to transforming this continent and making a difference.
Guys, we are graduating! It's so hard to believe and so exciting. I'd like to describe my MBA experience as cathartic. I would like to extend my appreciation to everyone. I remember those long days of calculating work, of analyzing different economies. They were tough, but we made it. Thank you, and I'll miss you all.
Hello, class of 2020J. I wish to express my heartfelt congratulations to all of us for graduating on this ALUSB MBA. A shout out to all my HLT team, Rachel and Dode, and to all Funky Threes. We really made it. A shout out to all the faculty members for helping us to graduate, especially to Dean Emmett, Professor Catherine, to Chidi, to Ryan, to Ziki, Elsie, and all-time Christian. Your daily message and your weekly emails kept us through this. Thank you and bye-bye.
Salam ALUSB family. Fisa speaking. It was so great to spend the 2 years with the Funky series at ALUSB. I love it. My journey was uplifting. I would like to extend my gratitude to all the staff and faculty. Much love and respect. Cheers.
Konnichiwa. Greetings from Tokyo. I am where I am because of all of you and your support, and obviously ALUSB. It's good to be here, and I hope to see all of you very soon. Arigato gozaimasu.
Oh yeah, my ALUSB experience has been transformative. My highlight, the establishment of Africa Conservation Education Fund following my capstone project. The fund is set to empower through jobs millions of community members living in wildlife areas across Africa. Thanks to my Funky Threes colleagues, faculty and friends. Cheers.
Wow, we have made it. Can't believe this. I just want to say thank you to the whole ALUSB team. You guys have been fantastic throughout the program. Thank you so much for your support. To my late dad, to my late mom, to my late mother-in-law, I hope I have made you proud. To my family, thank you so much for your support, and thank you for allowing me to do the things. To Team Joachim, you guys are my best friends. Thank you so much. To my classmate, guys, this is it. We did it. Now let's go out there and make a big impact on this continent. The best is yet to come. And remember, we got to do this in Mauritius again. Okay? Let's enjoy this.
Woo! 1, 2, 3, go.
Hello.
Hello. What's good, Funky Threes? Greetings from Harare, Zimbabwe. Looks like the time has come for us to formally graduate, although I consider us finishing peak habits when we actually finish graduation. But big congratulations to each and every one of you for sticking out this journey. It has been extremely amazing. The growth has been holistic. It has been from all angles of my life, and I am a better person for pursuing this journey and for knowing you guys. All right, guys. See you on the other side. Peace.
Hi everybody, this is Nelly Wainaina, graduating from 2020 J class of ALUSB. Thank you ALUSB for the many life lessons, for the many reflective leadership lessons, and thank you for transforming me to become a great African leader. Without you, I would probably not have been able to navigate and head and steer teams during the COVID crisis, so I'm grateful. And above all, I cherish my cohort who I met and who have become great African friends. Umoja Tribe.
Hi guys, I honest to God have no idea what to say. It's been a year since I've seen you guys, and part of me is very glad that the graduation is virtual because I think I would be the biggest baby in the group. The one word I would choose is serendipitous. I did not go searching for this, and yet so many good things have come out of each interaction with you, and even post this, many good things, many good friendships, many good relationships, and I hold that dear. I will appreciate each and every one of you until the casket drops. Cheers guys, and all the best.
And wow, this is it. We've come to the end of our program. In the spirit of gratitude, I want to extend my deepest gratitude to the faculty of the African Leadership University School of Business. I will forget names, but I want to say a big shout out to Chidi, to Zuki, to Dr. Catherine Duggan, to Emmett, to Gaidi. Everybody, thank you so much for carrying these guys for the last 20 months. I want to say a big thank you to the people who've put this event together. Again, long list of people, but I want to shout out to Vicky, to Merveille, to Gavin, to Auntie Lucy, to everybody who's been working behind the scene. And a big shout out to the production team out of Johannesburg, South Africa, coordinating people all the way from Tokyo to Atlanta. And I see somebody in San Francisco earlier. Thank you very much, guys. It's been a pleasure working with you. Thank you for helping us making this event as live and real as possible. We hope to work with you guys again in the near future. Graduates, it is time for the party to start. If it hasn't already started, we saw earlier that Samuel and his crew have already been opening a bottle of, I think that's a Finlater whiskey or something that was there. And it's only 11 a.m. in Ghana right now. So wherever you are, I hope you're ready to pop some champagne, and this is in your honor. So I'm just going to pop this bottle of champagne for you right now. All right, you ready? Yes? There we go. Excellent. Okay, so this glass is for you guys for being just absolute warriors, being stellar for the last 20 years. 20 years, wow, 20 months. I haven't even started drinking, and I'm already forgetting my words. Congratulations. So this is to you. Well done to your family for their support, to your faculty for being there for you, carrying throughout this journey. Congratulations once again. Go party. Well done. We're going to close off with a traditional Rwandan dance, followed by some Afro pop. So let's get popping, have some good fun. Congratulations. Happy Saturday. Well done, everybody. Cheers. Thank you very much for tuning in. This was the ALUSB Graduation 2020. Cheers.
Yewe awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana Jerusalema ikhaya lami ilondoloze uhambe nami zungangishilana dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami dawo yami ayikholana buso wami awukholana ilondoloze zuhambe nami Jerusalema ikhaya lami awu